everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Chargers going up against the Vikings. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are at the newest stadium in the NFL, and its inaugural year. There's a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Diego Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Time to get a glance at the offensive starters, and one of those isn't J.J. Watt, but it's Derek Watt that we talk about.
Nothing wrong with being little bro here. A starting fullback at the University of Wisconsin. Not many teams are utilizing this position in the NFL, but he fits perfectly. Will be a great lead blocker and can catch the ball out of the backfield.
23 yards on the play. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
They'll set up to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And his first look is incomplete. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And we'll take a look quickly at the San Diego defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
7 yards remain now on 3rd down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How do you get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Here it goes!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got, wide open, complete, 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something.
And got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it up.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a sloppy beginning for him. An interception on their opening drive, and now a missed field goal here on drive number 2.
Doesn't feel like they've shown up yet. It's been a very flat start. And against a team like this, you just can't let that happen.
Allen alone to the right. Now a handoff here to his running back. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity to win the game.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Davis with it left side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. Detroit. Detroit. Let's go. 56, 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
7 yards remaining here on 3rd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He'll drop to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They come up in an offset eye. the counter now on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. And some space here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
1 receiver left, that's Allen. They go play action here on first down. He's got time. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. The tight end Henry here in motion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll look to throw. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Lambeau will put this one through. And never mind, Larry. These 2 teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big play there for San Diego. 68 yards.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Over. Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. So the D-line's going to spread out. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On third down, he'll drop the throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Come on, let's flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And out now come the Vikings. some changes here as the D-line separates some. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Out of the gun now on third down. And he comes back with one complete. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. They'll drop the throw. Wright's got it. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
We'll
see if they dial it up this drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll look to throw here. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it from a... defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Black 99, Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 18 yards there and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the I. And on the ground they go with the running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And now on, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. This a 33-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Following a field goal on is the punter, Drew Kaiser, to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Following the field goal on is the punter, Drew Kaiser, to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The left side caught by Diggs. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Four yards remaining now on second down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Their big-bodied receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. One receiver left, that's Allen. He'll look to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive, but they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex Ohio!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to
Killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the